Alright, what's up, guys? First race prep video of the season. Back in the RUF again for one more season. Okay, what setup to use? You know, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try using the ring setup I built. See how that feels around here. I think we raced here like, what, 3 seasons ago? I don't know what happened to that setup for mine before, but I'm just gonna start from scratch. I've gone through like 2 hard drives since then, so see how the Nürburgring set feels around here. Although one thing about it, it does have a high center of gravity, so we got a lot of ride height built in. I figured a Nürburgring is good a track as any for a test track to build a nice baseline setup. It's got every kind of corner in the world, basically. A little bit of understeer through there. Nope, way too fast. Like we got a little bit too much understeer going on right now. A really smooth track, so I'll probably be lowering the car back down. Don't see any problems really bottoming out anywhere. A lot of understeer through that corner. Third gear through there, I believe. To fourth, back down to third. Second. Yeah, we need that front to turn in more on entry. Yeah, too much overall understeer through that whole section. Just going into the corners too fast right now. Back it up for those last 2 corners. Oh, I just saw those DRS soundboards right there. Those are new. It's for the new McLaren Formula 1 car. Ooh, nice little power slide out of there. That was fun.
Minute 39.9.
Actually, we'll go down to second gear for that corner for speed control. Braking at the 100 board for that corner. Yeah, a little bit too much understeer through there. Braking at the 50 board there. Just understeer for days through that corner. So again, do a couple more laps until I get a little more consistent and make some adjustments.
39.3.
Alright, braking at 110 there. Oh, down to second gear. For that corner, the braking's kind of by feel, but there is a lighter patch of asphalt that I'm using as a braking point right now. Ooh, understeer. Damage control. Alright. So I'm not going to do a couple more laps because I gotta get rid of that understeer to start. See what the tire pressures are like. So I'm gonna keep them up in 180 range. So I'm gonna go up one click there, that should take that up to 180. One click there, I'll take it up 177. That should be around 181. I'm gonna leave these at 170, no, actually. Go up one click over here, so a little bit, hopefully a little bit lower pressures in the front and the rear. Alright, now I'm torn between lowering the car, making an adjustment, because the car is pretty high right now. Alright, we're going to lower the car first and see what that does for us. Now our bump stop gaps are going to change when we lower the car. I'm going to let that change and just see how it feels, and then I might go back to those similar bump stop gaps we had. So I want to go down about 5 millimeters in the rear, and I'm going to go down probably about 8 millimeters in the front. There we go. And about 8 millimeters in the front. Alright, let's see what kind of car we got. And ideally, you want your car as low as possible. To an extent. You can make it too low, and then it starts working against the suspension, but there's a point you want to get it to, and then you'll have less weight transferring from one side of the car to the other, and every time weight transfers from one tire to the other, you lose a little bit of grip. The grip doesn't always translate from one side to the other, so you want to... That feels good. You want to... If you can, keep as much of the weight on the inside tire, and you can do that by lowering the car, and also just by the way you drive the car. If you're smoother with your inputs, it'll shift less weight to the outside tires. Understeer to oversteer. Braking to 100. Understeer to oversteer. It doesn't seem like it's really fixed anything. The car does feel... It's weird, it almost feels lighter. It's the only way I can really explain it. I guess it is turning a little bit better through there too. But it just feels lighter. more nimble right now for some reason. I changed those. Well, I probably also did adjust the caster when I lowered it, so maybe the front. Oh, too fast. The front steering has a little bit less weight in it. Maybe run a little bit less caster. Yeah, because when you adjust the ride height, it adjusts your cambers, it adjusts your casters, it adjusts your bump stop gaps. All that stuff is influenced when you adjust the ride height. It's definitely a little bit better as far as not having as much understeer, but it still has understeer. And it has that oversteer right there where it rear end feels, whoa, buddy, nice and light. That wasn't planned. This happened. Which I think is because I decreased the rear bump stop gap. And I took a little travel out of that rear end, which isn't allowing the tires to keep as much contact with the ground. So, maybe increasing that rear bump stop gap will help out with that. Yeah, because right now, so, a little bit of a hand fill coming off the corners.
One minute 39.5.
So yeah, I'm braking right about the 100 board for that corner. Yeah, I need that front end to grip more through there. Yeah. I was having so much fun going fast, I forgot to brake. But it definitely gets through that section better now. Time I broke at about 95. It's probably going to be the braking point, 100 to 95 meters out. Be my fastest lap.
1 minute 39.1.
She needs a little bit more rotation through there. Let's try second gear, going down to second gear for that. This gives me too much wheel spin on exit. Gotta stick with third, just make it turn better. Same with this corner, too much understeer. Oh, this is default weather,
1
by the
minute
way, in case you're wondering.
39.1.
Turns beautifully through those high-speed S's right now. Just here it gets touch too much understeer. Alright, so that was an improvement. Alright. What is next? Let's look at the tire pressures. I'm gonna go down one click in the front. See what that feels like. See if a little bit lower tire pressures in the front help that front to grip a little bit more relative to the rear. That'll also drop the front of the car down just marginally though. See what that feels like. So right now I'm just going for trying to get a little bit more grip out of the front. They're stepping out on me though. Gotta work on that too. I don't know, maybe I should go to second gear for that corner. It seemed to work nicely that time. I'd feel like a little bit better rotation going through that corner. In the front, just felt like I want to turn with the corner a little bit more. Still more understeer than I'd like through there. It's getting better. Ooh, I like that. What's nice about the new way the tire warmers and the tire pressures work is as soon as you come out of the pit, you're at your optimum pressure. If anything, they might actually go down a little bit. So, geez, that's what you get when you're not paying attention. So it should, love those new sounds of the dirt on the tires hitting the wheel wells. I forgot what I was just talking about. If only I could hit rewind. It's definitely better through there. That's probably the one corner I notice it the most in. Oh yeah, the new tire pressure. So yeah, when you come out of the pits, your car's...
1 minute 39.9.
It's not like before where you had to wait 4 laps before your tire got up to speed, or your car got up to the right... The tires got up to the right pressures and all that stuff. Now it's much more immediate, which I do think will help with tuning. Obviously, I'm still going to do long runs, because you got to see what the car's going to do over the long run, but it does cut down on those, you know, first 4 laps where you're really waiting for the car to come up to racing specs, you could say. That's pretty good, but when I get on the gas, it just pushes a little too much. I'm gonna try second gear again. It's gotta be easy with the throttle. Second gear again through here. Yep, I think second gear for those corners right now is the better way for me to go through them. May not stay that way, especially with that first corner. Second corner, I'm probably going to keep it that way. That'll be my fastest lap. I'll do one more lap.
1 minute 38.6.
This corner I can maybe keep working with third if I can get it to turn out a little bit better. This corner I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stay with second. A tricky pit. That's one worth practicing. Alright. That was another improvement. 177, 175. Just leave that like that for now. Well, actually, you know what? It's interesting. Compared... So at the Nürburgring, these pressures never really went up. They kind of just stayed the same and went down a little bit. Kind of like you see here. And like you see here, and like you see here. This went up a little bit, but okay, so this is kind of telling me this left side's working really hard here. And it's actually increasing the pressures because of how hard it's working. So that's like it's kind of a whole new dynamic. Kind of, I think it gives you a little bit more information on just how hard this is being worked. If it's actually going up, it's getting worked pretty hard, where this is going down, so you can tell, ooh, fun times. Okay. See what happens when I try and get in the car. Dang. What's going on? Hope that's just iRacing being weird and not a graphics card problem, because that'd be a bummer, wouldn't it? Alright, so all I did was alt-tabbed and we're good again. So I think that's iRacing just freaking out, man. Okay. We need the front to turn more, we need the rear end to stick more. Make the rear end stick more, and we'll get this bump stop gap. I think it was up around 123 before. I'm gonna go back to there. The front to make it turn more. I want to soften up the front is what I want to do. Just don't know how I want to do it. I don't know if I want to do springs, compression, or rebound yet. Think I'm gonna actually, or I could increase the rake of the car. Let's do that. So I'm gonna lower the front just a little bit more, probably about 2 just under 2 millimeters. So this again will create more rake in the car, which just gives you more of an oversteer characteristic when you make the front lower to the rear. So that should help with rotation everywhere. Hopefully that increased rear bump stop gap helped with grip in the rear. I could already tell the first corner it's still a little loose. Woohoo! Yeah, it's still loose. That rake actually might have made it too loose. By my initial calculation, but still, it's kind of turning through there now on throttle. But it doesn't, I needed to get it to turn better on entry. Still not real eager to turn. Alright, I already can tell that was a horrible adjustment. So what I'm gonna do is go back on the spring perch and then take a little high-speed compression out of the front. See if that should soften up the front a little bit, because compression controls the rate at which the springs compress. So if you increase that, it transfers the weight a little bit quicker, stiffens up the front end just a little bit more, especially that outside tire or the outside suspension. All the force is being transferred you do the opposite. Softens things up a little bit, takes a little bit longer for the weight to transfer. Just keeps that grip on the inside tire long, giving you more grip, because like I said before, the more you transfer weight from the other tire, the more overall grip you lose. So the longer you can keep that on the inside tire, the better off you are. But there, just like anything, you can go too far and make it too soft, and then you need to stiffen it up again, because now the front end isn't responsive enough. It just pushes too much. It's a little bit too much understeer on exit. The high speed stuff. I do. You can already tell it's wanting to turn through that corner more, though. It's more willing to stay on line instead of pushing out and having to double apex it. And it's turning better out of that corner, but still could be just a little bit better. There we go. See, third gear's working through there now because the car's turning. Let's try third gear through here. Can't say it's faster. I'm kind of between what gear I should be in for that corner now. Which usually in the early stages means you probably should be in the higher of the 2 gears, but you never really know until you really run the laps. Pretty much gonna tie my best lap.
1 minute 38.7.
Yeah, I thought I was in second, but I was in third. Rear end feels more stable now. I think I just put too much rake in it earlier. That really shows you what rake can do for you if you need more rotation. It's definitely one way to get it. It felt pretty good. So I'm gonna get some consistency going.
1 minute 38.8.
That's what happens when you touch the grass on the outside of the entry to that corner. Alright, well, we'll keep that. Let's go a couple more clicks on the bumps. Already getting pretty close. No, we got plenty. A couple more clicks on the bump stop. Let's give that rear end more travel. Help it help it keep contact, the tires keep contact with the ground, but I do want to increase the high speed compression dampening. That'll help with rotation coming out of the corner and going into the corner. And we'll go one click down on the low speed, which is just high speed technically is for like bumps and stuff, but it actually is just, in my opinion, It's a smaller increment adjustment on the slow speed compression dampening for handling as well, in addition to the bump. So I'm going to take one click down here, which is probably worth like 4 clicks down here, I guess. Complete guess, but again, trying to soften up that front to get it to just hook up a little bit more. So really I'm trying to get both ends to hook up a little bit more, but get the front to hook up just a little bit better than the rear so we can get the right kind of rotation I need in the car. I'm on brand new tires, but feels really playing it right now. Woo! We made some progress with that adjustment. It just feels substantially more planted now. Still not turning all that great through there, but that was kind of my line too. So I'm gonna do about 10 laps here, see how this feels. Man, because I probably overdrove that corner a little bit and it still did a good job of rotating in the front. There we go. Just getting closer to that white line for longer periods of time. When I get on the gas, it's pretty stable on the rear end. A little too eager to get on the gas here. Definitely gonna be the best lap. It's like by about 3/10.
1 minute 38.3.
It's a fraction too much understeer. Yeah, I really just want to
1
keep
minute
plugging away here. I know I said
39.1.
10 laps, but I already know I can do more stuff this right now. Might as well not waste time. So we're just gonna do one more click on the front, and we're gonna do we'll do this time one click of or low speed compression damping instead of high speed. Again, that's just a little bit bigger change, so I'm just going for like one more bigger change in the rear and just a little bit smaller change in the front. I'm doing the high speed in the front and then low speed in the rear. And just think they're low speed versus high speed when it comes to handling. I just think they're different orders of magnitude, basically. Ooh, I really like the way that turned through there. Oh yeah, getting closer. Got really good through there. Still have to lift through there, but it's getting better. So I think the other cars don't have to lift through there, the Beamer and the McLaren. I could be wrong, but see how much better that's just holding that line through there now. Yeah, way too fast. And turned in too early. Made me push out wide on exit.
1 minute 38.8.
So you know what I just think I realized? I have way too much fuel on this car. Forgot this is a Sprint series again. I think I got a full fuel tank. I don't even remember what the freaking... Well, let's look at that. I gotta pull up an old set, figure out what the fuel limit is, because I know I got a full tank of gas on this. Do this real quick, go to something else. What is it, like 12.4? Is that what we used to run? 14.5, alright. Oh, cool. We're gonna get lighter. So let's get this down to 14.5. Now we gotta watch this front ride height. We gotta put that back where it was, which was, let's cancel, 71.6. The rear is not gonna change, but. Alright, what was it, 14.5? Yep, alright. Front went up quite a bit, so. Actually gonna increase that front spring perch just a little bit, or the bump stop gap, just give me a little bit more bump stop gap. Alright, see what we got now. We got the right fuel going here. Car's definitely changed. Now it's a freaking drift machine. Alright, well, that's kind of frustrating because now it's not good. I'm gonna lower the rear of the car a click just to help with that because it's got a lot of oversteer now. And I'm gonna have to soften up. I'm gonna go down 2 clicks. This compression, because now there's just not as much weight in the front of the car because that's where all the fuel goes. So by taking all that weight out, it affects, you don't have as much force pushing down on the springs. So now this compression setting's more, you could look at it as being more aggressive than it was with the light fuel on it. So again, just doing that to soften up the front to get it to turn more, because again, this front will actually stiffen up a little bit because it doesn't quite have the same weight it did over it before. And now I think we got a little understeer from lowering the rear of the car because that didn't seem to hold its line too well through there. It's going through here nicely. Let's see. Not really too eager to get on that line and then pushing out wide on exit. Do like the stability through that section though. We got the stability back and they were in from lowering it a click. Might just have a little too much understeer. I'm not quite sure yet. Felt really good. Little understeer on throttle coming out of the last corner. That felt really good. That was a 10th faster and I've gone through that. Slowed down enough. Hugs the line, kind of drifted off it a little bit. I'm 2/10 up on my best lap right now. 2.5 tenths. That's really nice, up 3 tenths. Shouldn't have gone to 4th gear there. Oh yeah, we're up 4 tenths, up 5 tenths, missed the shift because I'm looking at how much I'm up. Botched that, never found the apex. Definitely turning better through there. Okay, we're making really good progress. I was gonna be like 4 tenths up on my best lap. Alright. So, I'm just gonna do a small adjustment to the rear to help it rotate just a little bit more. So we're gonna go up 1 click on the high-speed compression. So that stiffens up the rear a little bit and helps transfer the weight a little bit quicker, which will help when you have a stiffer roll center in the rear compared to the front. It's gonna give you more oversteer, so that's what I'm kind of going for. Just not so much loosen up the rear end, because I mean you are actually loosening it up, but I don't want it, to be loose. I just want it to not quite be holding the car from it kind of feels like it's holding the car back from rotating. It's the best way I can explain it. It's just so stuck back there that it just wants to stay back there and not rotate. So we'll see if this helps us out just a little bit more. Eesh. So that's what happens when you touch the grass on the outside. I really like the way it comes off that corner. Keeps rotating, but doesn't feel like the rear end wants to step out. Yeah, a little too anxious to get on the throttle there. Yeah, I really like the way I got through there because I was kind of a little bit more shallow than I should have been. I just floored it, but it still kept rotating. So basically I was offline. I was asking more out of the car than I really should, and it helped me out and got me through the corner. It's always a nice feeling. I'm really liking this right now, though. That felt really good through there. Really good through there. Don't touch the dirt on the outside. Yep. Yeah, I like the rotation. Again, a little bit of understeer, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to get the RUF to turn through that corner because it's a high-speed corner. And the RUF has a tendency to understeer in high-speed stuff.
Minute 38.1.
Just want to run a couple more laps here, so it feels.
1 minute 38.3.
After I get a couple laps on it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it right now for a baseline for you guys.
1 minute 38.2.
That felt really good. My best lap. I think I'll get me into the 37s.
1 minute 37.9.
I got on the throttle pretty early there, and obviously it got loose, but wasn't really that bad for how aggressive I was on the throttle there. Try a third gear again through here. It's gonna take me, I don't know, it just doesn't want to rotate right there. I'm thinking second gear for the previous corner is gonna be the way to go. Unless I can previous, or in later setup sessions make it turn just a little bit better. Alright, well, yeah, it's a good baseline. Not sure if I'll be doing any other videos this week, but if I do make more adjustments, I'll be sure to add them below so you guys can check them out. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.